All right, man. There's a lot of things in this world that suck. Something that doesn't suck is this bathroom fan. So we're going to change that out today with something much, much better. Hang tight. All right, guys. Welcome back. What we're going to do today is get rid of that stock bathroom fan. If you've had an RV, currently have an RV, you know those things aren't very good at all, the ones that come stock. So we're going to swap that out with the Maxxair Max Fan Deluxe. And this is a 10-speed model with automatic hood raise and all the bells and whistles. We've got one here in the kitchen in the RV, and we love it. So we're going to put one here. We're going to put one in the bathroom. We're going to swap that out, and hopefully that's going to make ventilation a lot better. So join us today. We're going to have to get up on the roof, get the old fan off, get that prepped for the new one. So here we go. All right, here we got the Maxxair fan out of the case, or excuse me, out of the box. And this is actually the main fan unit here. It's actually pretty simple, or easy, I should say, not too bad. This is actually the roof bracket that goes on the roof. When we remove the old fan, we'll put this down, seal underneath it, screw it down, and then put some Turn-A-Bond tape around the edges so we don't have any leaks. It has on the inside around here, it has a rubber gasket that the base of the fan then sits on top of, and it's secured with 4 stainless steel screws. And this shroud we'll have to trim to fit the thickness of the ceiling of the RV. We'll to measure that shortly. Yeah, stainless steel screws. If you're ever doing anything on your roof, use stainless steel screws if you can, because don't use sheetrock screws. Sheetrock screws are not meant to be on the roof. They're not meant to be in the elements, and they are going to corrode and rust quickly. So, all right, so let's get everything out. I got to get the ladder out, and we'll get up on the roof and see what we're dealing with there. All right, so we're inside here in the bathroom. I've got to take this old shroud off. And I've got the fuse pulled. The 12-volt fuse is pulled for this fan, so I don't get any surprises at any time. Oh, a little dust there. All right. And we may actually even be able to reuse this shroud, so we don't have to cut the other one right off the bat. All right, well, for some reason, I lost the audio here on this particular clip. I'm not sure what happened. But anyway, the general gist of it is first step was to remove the old sealant, the old Dike sealant around the fan that's there. I got really lucky. It was very flexible, and I was able to actually just pick it out with my fingers and pull it off. I was able to pull off the excess around the edge of the lip of the fan that was there, and that way I could get to it to get the screws out. So speaking of, that was the next thing to do was to get the screws out. So I was able to see the screws actually, or the heads of the screws through the sealant, or at least where the screws were, and really didn't have any problem backing them all out with the drill. So once I did that, I took a pretty stiff putty knife and tried to separate the bond between the the butyl tape and the frame of the fan, because if I just pulled up on the fan, it was pulling up the roof membrane. So I had to kind of go through, separate that out a little bit with the putty knife, and then I was able to pull the fan off, and that's how that went. I've got most of the old butyl off of here, the most that I can. If I try to get any more of this off, it's pulling off the roof membrane up. But this is soft, it's not hard, it feels brand new. So I'm not at all concerned about that. So what I'm gonna do now is clean around the rest of this area, because I want to have a good area for the Turnabond tape to stick to. So we can get a good seal on that. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to clean. I brought some wipes up here with me to take care of that, as well as some towels, paper towels to dry it up. So I think this is really going to be about the same as the other. It doesn't matter front to back, just side to side. Like these have to go on the side, and that goes on the top. And looks pretty much like it is exactly the same. I'm gonna put this where I want it. So it's gonna be right there. I'm gonna take this Sharpie. I'm gonna draw right around it, because it's all gonna be covered up with the Turnabond tape and sealant and all that good stuff. All right, just lets me know when I put this back down where I want to put it. All right, so I'm just gonna go around the edge here of this, like this first. Little indention. And put down a nice bead of sealant. All right, so we'll figure out which way we're going in, which is going to be this way. Line it up on the marks. Push it down. We'll go ahead and get some screws in this thing to hold it down. And I'm going to use new screws. So we get a good seal. All right, so I gotta get this Turnabond on here real quick before my battery dies. And this stuff, once it goes down, it is down. For ever, pretty much, I believe. So what we've done is started to peel back on the plastic on this. Get it where I want it to be. It's going to be about right there. Stick that, and I'm going to pull this plastic as I line it up, stretch it out. And we're going to burnish it down
these air bubbles out of here. Burnish it down over the top, in the corner there, over the top of those screws. And the whole deal with the turn-on is pressure. So the more pressure you put on it, the stronger the, just toss that down in there, the stronger the initial adhesion is. Oh yeah. And that is some sticky stuff, buddy. All right. I'm gonna finish putting on this Turn-on and we'll be right back. I've got the Turn-on tape is down all the way around. I've put a corner bead of Dike just around the inside edge there. So no worries of any of that leaking. So now we're gonna take the fan and make sure the wires are in. And essentially we have to get it to fit right in there like this. And what happens, let me show you, is, if you can see, there's those 4 holes line up with those holes in the side of the fan. There's one there, one there, 2 on the other side. So we've got to put a stainless steel screw in that, and then we're all set. So hang tight, let's get that done, and then we'll be going downstairs, back inside. And of course, we just dropped it into the Dike. Oh yeah. And number 4. And I did the same thing with that one. So you end up with Dike on your hands. Because you can't do anything with that on the roof with Dike without getting it on your hands. That's realistically, I think, is part of the protocol. So it comes with connectors for the electrical wires. So all we need to do, the ends of the wires for the fan are already stripped. So we'll go ahead and get those put on there. Alright, so we've got the ends crimped on. So what you want to do is make sure that you give a little pull test on your connectors to make sure they're on there well, and they are. So the one with the white wire here was the positive, the hot. It's 12 volts, so positive I should say, I guess. Plug that in, and then the other goes to the other, to the negative. Alright, so we go plug that fuse back in, and we'll turn the power switch on and make sure we got power and everything's good. Alright, so flip the fan switch. Alright, so it looks like it's got power. And let's turn it on. Switch direction. That's blowing air in. Oh boy, that feels good actually. Very nice. Alright, so let's turn that off. And these wires are just going to go right through there like that out of the way. much. The old balance ring, actually, that doesn't fit. The corners aren't. The corners on the old one are kind of rounded on the inside, and this one is not. But the new one fits in there very nicely without even having to be trimmed, because this is pretty much in the center of the roof, so it's good and flat. So hopefully that doesn't fall on my head. There's one. Two. Three. And four. Over here. All right. That looks pretty good. Let me grab the remote for it. This comes with a really cool remote. Had to put the batteries in, but it tells you what mode it's in, if it's an auto or if it's in or out. So we'll just push on and switch. It says air in at 50%, and you can. It's really actually it's blowing. That feels so good. So you can switch it around. There's a It'll stop and start going the other direction to pull air out, and you can turn it up by 10%, and it will for sure pull out steam and odors and everything. So that's really cool. And then when you turn it off, the lid closes automatically. Alright guys, that's going to do it for us today. Home on the Hitch. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. Please take a moment, subscribe, share the video. Helps us grow. Leave us a comment and stick around. You don't want to miss any of the videos we got coming up. So we'll see you next time, Home on the Hitch. What is it? What do you want? What do you want? Oh.